sister stole every guy I dated for years, so I introduced her to someone who ruined her life. I was given a built-in boyfriend thief when my younger sister Ashley was born, and I'm not talking about borrowed hoodies or flirty glances. I mean it like if I brought home a boyfriend, she'd have him in her bed within a month. If I introduced someone at dinner, she'd already be texting him under the table. If I posted an anniversary photo, she'd somehow end up accidentally running into him at his gym. People said she got mom's looks and I got dad's personality. It started very small, almost innocent even, like when my high school boyfriend suddenly wanted to study at our house all the time. Ashley would walk by in towels, asking him for homework help. I didn't see it then since I trusted them both, but by the time we hit our 20s, it got calculated. I dated Shane for 6 months before introducing him to my family. 1 week after that dinner, Ashley had a crisis and needed his shoulder to cry on at 2 a.m. They slept together that night. Next came Julio from my accounting firm. The pattern repeated. Family dinner, sudden emergency, midnight comfort. When I confronted her after finding their texts, she tilted her head and smiled. I'm just making sure they're good enough for you. Julio failed the test, and honestly, I agreed. If they would leave me for my sister, they weren't the right one for me. Then came Seth, who I'd dated for 2 years. We talked about getting married after I finished my teaching degree. Ashley got too drunk at the birthday party I'd thrown him and kissed him in front of everyone. When he chose her, she posted, "Sometimes you can't help who you fall for. Sorry, not sorry." Mom pulled me aside at Thanksgiving, voice sharp. "You need to stop bringing these men around. Ashley can't control herself when you parade them in front of her. Why do you keep tempting her?" In my head, I hadn't tempted anyone. 3 months later, I met Adam at a friend's wedding down in Portland. He was everything. Kind, successful, and apparently loyal. For 8 months, I kept him completely secret. We dated in different towns, avoided social media, and told absolutely no one. I thought I'd finally won because this was the best relationship I had ever been in. Until my cousin accidentally mentioned him to Mom, who mentioned him to Ashley. She found him within days through his company website. I walked into his apartment with the key he'd given me and found them together in our bed. But the worst part came when Ashley sat up, still naked, and said, "I did you a favor. He barely lasted 10 minutes. You deserve better, sis." Adam just shrugged. "Your sister is way too hot for me not to try." I stood there shaking while she gathered her clothes, kissing him goodbye like I wasn't even there. That's when I decided to give Ashley exactly what she craved. A man she couldn't resist, but definitely should. I spent weeks searching through court records and police databases. That's how I found Wayne, a gorgeous, charming man who claimed to be a venture capitalist from Boston. Recently divorced after his ex-wife documented years of financial and physical abuse, 2 restraining orders from other exes, under investigation for fraud. Court documents showed he'd hidden assets, forged signatures, and manipulated multiple women into debt. Perfect. I created a fake LinkedIn profile as a potential investor and reached out to him. We met for business coffee, where I mentioned my beautiful sister who always stole my boyfriends, and showed him her Instagram. Said that I could never find love. His eyes lit up at the ability to control me because no one gave me a chance. Very quickly things progressed, and I told him I was trying to keep my new relationship secret from her, and invited him as my date to Mom's birthday dinner, knowing exactly what would happen. He thought he was playing me, and I would be his next new victim. And at first he played it